Y'all. Yes, I'm live. As you can see, my little countdown counter is stopped, but it's going 21 minutes. I've said hello. I told y'all that I was reading and I was going to be working on sim stuff. And then I couldn't figure out why nobody was here. And the reason is I hit start recording instead of start streaming. So I was recording that just for myself, apparently. So I literally just messaged Culinary and I was like, why is no one here? Go see if it looks weird. And indeed, it did look weird. Okay. Sorry. We have 20 minutes. Let's go. Now I'm live. literally Ron called. I said, I have 23 seconds. You have to talk quickly. Anyway, he needed a code. I don't know if y'all have to do that, but when you need to log into something and one person's email or phone is attached to whatever you're logging into, and so you have to contact them and then say, so like in our family chat, everybody uses the same Amazon account, my kids, me and the kids. And so I'll get a thing from Amazon that'll pop up and say, here's your confirmation code. And I just put it in the family chat. I'm like, whoever needed this, here's the code. And so far, it's not been any kind of scam thing. And people have been like, yeah, that was me. I needed it. So anyway, I'm sorry if you guys got here at the beginning and we only had 20 minutes left to read. That's because I was recording myself streaming and not actually streaming. So, Carrie and Culinary, I'm sorry that you're working. I mean, I'm working too. My job just happens to be right here in my very comfy clothes, and I get to deal with the Sims. So, let's see. Robbie, I'm sure it is early. Let's say 10, 9, 8, 7. It's 7:45 right now, so it was 7:15 when we started. Yeah. Leanne is lurking because she's running some errands. Avastu, Six of Crows. I'm pretty sure that I read Six of Crows. Is Six of Crows the heist one? Or is it the one where they're going through into the scary world? Those are the two things I know about those Leigh Bardugo books. Is one of them they're performing a heist, and the other one, our main character girl, has to be on a ship to go. It's the heist one. Nice. I liked it. But I know what you're talking about then by the characters that switch on you in the middle of it. I love a heist book, by the way. So if anybody ever wants to recommend me a heist book, I will take it. Let's talk about, I'm reading Blink right now by Malcolm Gladwell. If you were following along, I have 10 minutes left in the audiobook. The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. It's actually really cool. It's how we make micro decisions in split seconds about different things. Most of them have to do with facial expressions of people as you're watching them. There are people in this world who spend 7 years, who spent 7 years of their life mapping every muscle in your face and activating each of those muscles one at a time. Sometimes they had to go to an acupuncturist and get stabbed in that muscle to make it activate because they couldn't do it on their own. And then they took pictures of it. And then they said, like, this is called E5 when you lift your eyebrows, right? E5. And so they're like, in E5 in conjunction with U27 and A56 means that you're surprised. I'm like, what? Those people probably could have cured cancer while they're over here mapping the muscles of our face and how they move. Anyway, it does seem like it would be really cool to be like, okay, we're labeling this A1. Let's go and just start. Like, I could do a project like that. That'd be fun. Okay, let me continue and stop talking about Blink. Although it's been so good. I talked about it all through dinner last night with my husband and Wesley. They were like, I do not care. But they sat there and listened to me because they're nice like that. Okay, Michael, hello. Yeah, work. Good idea. Good morning. Carrie, I'm so excited. I saw this when you first posted it. I saw it, but we were sprinting and I couldn't say anything about it. But I'm so excited about The Sims. Here's what I can tell you. Do not just go in and buy all the packs because it will crash your system. They are actually currently trying to go through and make it where you can deactivate some of the packs, even if you own them, just because they have put out too many things and people cannot play the game with all the expansions. Anyway, depending on what you want to do, I have some suggestions for the expansion packs that you should start with. So you can let me know over on Discord and we can talk about it. You can join my Sims Discord and lots of people will talk about it with you. Okay. Hello, Sue. No, Kat, you don't tell me. You don't tell me when we're done talking. Absolutely not. We will go back to work in a hot minute. You calm down. Okay. Hello, Sue. Hello, Emily. Working on your reading journal. I'm watching Sleepy Hollow. Culinary gets everybody's codes. Yes, you get the codes. It's the heist one. I've never read a heist book. What are you reading in October that's going to be your first? Six of Crows for Aurelium. Good morning. Yes. Well, we have a rule that we just have to listen to the nonsense that we say. Blacktop Wasteland is S.A. Corey. No. It is James. No. It is Cosby. It's something Cosby. Why did I just get the guy who writes sci-fi confused with the guy who writes? I didn't know it was a heist book, though. S.A. Cosby. See? It's because that man's name is James S.A. Corey is the sci-fi guy. And then S.A. Cosby is that guy. Apparently, he lives in Virginia, where I live. Your daughter suggested you wait until the holidays and see if they go on sale. That is, it's not just going to be the holidays. They randomly have sales all the time. So definitely wait till there's a sale. But also Leanne, who's in here, can tell you the website to go to get codes. And the codes are always cheaper than buying them straight from EA. It's not illegal. I don't know why I made it all whispery, like I was somehow doing something wrong. But yes, there is a new pack that's coming out that's about adventures, and it looks like you're going to be able to design your getaway like a summer camp or a Love Island situation where you can apparently kick people out of the island. I don't know. I've never seen Love Island. I just saw people talking about it, but I'm assuming it's like Survivor where you vote people off. So anyway, let's roll some dice and see how long we're going to sprint. Oh, I put the dice back where it belongs, which is a weird thing for me to do. All right, we're going to do D20. Also, I am playing a round of my game. My new, the fall edition of the game. Do I have it? I do have it. And I need to film, like pick my next read, but I can't film while I'm talking to y'all because I use OBS to film and I'm using OBS to talk to y'all. But I did have to read In My Dreams I Hold a Knife for it. And if you were on Discord last night, you know that I came very close to DNFing it. As a matter of fact, I said I was going to DNF it. And then I went and watched 2 videos, review videos of it. They were not spoilery. One of them did not like it, and one of them loved it. And I was like, okay, well, let me do this again or keep going. Because somebody said, it's nice that you get different POVs. And I was like, no, we don't. I've had this one point of view for 44% of the novel. And guess what happened? As soon as I picked it up, we got the other POV. I mean, it's a few others that we get to dip into for like half a second, but it's mostly Jessica and she's the worst. So just saying. All right, I'm going to roll. We're going to see. I got a 6 and 2 8s. I do DNF, Michael. Usually though, I wanted to read this one particularly because we're doing like she's the author that's coming to Camp Seasonathon. So that's why I messaged Amy first, because Amy is one of the co-hosts of it's not Camp Seasonathon, it's Seasonathon Academy. And so I messaged her first and I was like, listen, I'm sorry that you even have to talk to this woman. Because I did not like this book and I want to quit this book. And I'm so glad that I didn't co-host this month so that I have to be on a live stream with her, talking to her. And Amy came back to me on Voxer and she was laughing so hard she couldn't even talk. She said, I'm sorry that you're not liking the book, but it's hilarious how mad this book has made you. Yeah, I was real mad last night, 40 something percent of the way through. And then I thought, I want to be there on that live stream and I want to be able to ask all the questions about all the things and during the spoilery version, if we have that. So, I do not want to be a moderator. So I went ahead and finished it. And then I messaged Amy at 3:30 this morning when I finished. And I said, I'm done with this book. I'm giving it, I don't know, 2.5 stars, maybe 3 stars. It's not, I mean, I see why people love it. It's just not my kind of book. So, but I can see. I thought it was a really well done mystery. The mystery part of it with the twists and the turns and but it was like there were things in there that didn't need to be in there, like extra things. And then why did all of the characters have to be horrible? Like, give me one character to root for and don't give evil people happily ever afters. So that's all. That's what I didn't like about it. So that's why I was reading Blink. And I've been reading it in the background for a couple of days anyway, but okay. I got 2 8s, which is 16. And then I got a 4, which is 20. And then I have a 6, which is 26, and a 5, which is 31. So we're going to go for 31 minutes. Which is not super long, but I have a hard time DNFing because you think it might get better. No, I really will DNF. But I didn't in August because I was more concerned about like trying to finish everything that I needed to finish. And I didn't want to use the brain power to have to go find another book to fit in with whatever if I was going to DNF it. And so I didn't. And then this time it was really just because of that. But I will DNF and just go find another book to replace it. So also, during our next break, we're going to talk about, oh, Rachel. I'm so upset about that. Actually, wait, was it book number 2? If it's book number 2, I understand. Anyway, after the next one, we'll talk about the readathon that Jake and Stacy are hosting in October. I've convinced my husband to join a readathon with me. And I don't even know if he gets to be on my team, but we'll find out. It'll be great. If he's not on my team, it'll make me so happy and I'll love it. Oh, okay, Rachel, I see. Don't read the knife one then either. I liked book 3 better myself. Sometimes you DNF accidentally because you lose motivation. Okay, I get that. I get that. All right, 31 minutes. I'll see y'all back here. We'll talk about October's readathon. And if you are a member of Jake's channel, you already know about it, and you can go ahead and go be on my team already. But we'll talk about it when I get back. Yeah, that's a good idea, Rachel. Hello, we're back. I did not finish the 10 minutes that I had left in Blink because I spent that whole sprint voxering back and forth with Amy because she's awake now. Listen, Leanne's acting like she's doing drug deals over here, going to go pick up eggs from our supplier. There's Amy. Amy said, don't listen to this after she was 7 minutes into the video. I mean, to the audio, whatever, the Voxer, whatever it's called. Leanne, you have 2 13-gallon trash bags loosely filled with egg cartons. I bet your supplier is going to be very pleased to see those. My aunt sells eggs and she gives a discount if they bring the cartons back. So maybe your person needs to do that and you won't keep 2 13-gallon trash bags full of them. Now, I need to get a supplier. I live too close to the city. I wouldn't trust Washington, D.C. eggs anyway. They'd be contaminated with something. Between supplier and dealer. Okay. Here's what I can tell y'all. Be on the lookout on Jake's channel. It is The Bookish Drummer. He hasn't put the video out yet, has he? Do you know, Culinary? I think you're my insider at Jake's place. And I know we were having a discussion last night in the thing. Oh, if you're on their Discord, whatever you can see from their Discord, I can share here, right? Let's say that. I can do that. So, it is already out here. My team is The Long Walk, infographics, and resources. That's what I want to show y'all. So that y'all can see this picture. Okay. Here it is. Look at me. My team is gray, which, oh no. Okay, I'm sorry. Just look at this and that's all you can look at then. Maybe I can only see it because I'm in there. But these are the teams. I am The Long Walk. Fina is, yeah. Oh, Chelsea's on our team too? Ian is Roadwork. Kate is The Running Man. Jake is Thinner. And Ian is Blaze. So, first of all, just 2 things about it. You do not have to read Stephen King books, period. You could go through the whole readathon and not read a single Stephen King book. It's going to have 2 levels this time. We've got the prompts, which there are 20 prompts for you to pick. And there's a game board. So we have the prompts and we have the game board. There's 2 different ways that you earn points. Reading your books, of course, and the game board. So you get points for all of that. I think it's going to be very cool. Stacy has done the most work that I have ever seen anybody do for these. No, Carrie, it does not. You do not have to read a single Stephen King book. The only reason we named it The Long Walk Readathon is because that movie's coming out. Also, Django would like to go outside and I'm the only one here because Wesley's at work. So I have to take him. Now he's got to wait for me to start a new sprint before he can go out. But Jake's channel is almost always Stephen King. And so, but you don't have to read a Stephen King. That's his favorite author and his channel is a lot about Stephen King. So, anyway, on Monday, the video apparently will come out. And then my video is not coming out till the middle of the month. Yes, but the prompts are based off of The Long Walk, which the premise of that book, oh my gosh, Django, could you get behind me for a second? Okay, if you haven't read Stephen King and you only know him from his horror stuff or from his movies, he writes all different kinds of genres. They're not all horror, but they all have elements. Like, I feel like I could read a book and be like, that is Stephen King. But anyway, The Long Walk specifically, it's literally a competition where you have to walk and you can't stop walking. And the last person to reach the end gets a bunch of money. So it's set in a near dystopian kind of situation where the infrastructure of the world is kind of crumbling, and it is such a good book. But he wrote it as Richard Bachman. So there is a prompt about reading a book with a pseudonym, like, somebody using a pseudonym. So I thought that was clever as well, because Stephen King used one when he wrote this. So that's what all of these are right here. She found the matching covers and gave us all colors based on the books that we chose, the teams that we picked. So that's what we're reading. I thought Roadwork is a definite Stephen King book. Like, I don't know how you read that as Richard Bachman and not go, this sounds like Stephen King, because that is what I feel like is quintessentially Stephen King. And then The Running Man was a movie in the 80s based off of a Richard Bachman book. And then Thinner is literally about someone getting thinner. That's it. And then Blaze I have not read. Blaze is the only one that I haven't read. But you definitely don't have to read any. Like Culinary said, she's not reading any of them, and half of her TBR are romance. So there's no genre. The prompts are wide enough, broad enough that you can do whatever. I have never won one of these. I think I was in second place the last time I hosted one. That might not be true. Nobody go back and watch the live show to tell me if I was actually in last place, because I don't want to know about it. In my brain, I was in second place. I just know that I didn't win. So Jake wins all the time, and I don't like it. So we need to all make sure that Jake's team does not win. So some of y'all can join Jake's team and then just sabotage it from the inside. I'm just kidding. Okay, but not really, because I want to win. Okay. That's it. That's all I can say, apparently. We'll talk about it more next week after Jake's video has been out. And if Jake has questions, or if y'all still have questions after watching Jake's video, then I did not mean to do that. Then we can talk about it next week at the live stream. So let me roll the dice. And I don't know, I got a little ways into this video. These two dice landed on top of each other. One was a 9 and one was a 1. So we're going to call that 10. Then I have 14, that's 24, and a 1 is 25, and a 4 is 29. Perfect. 29 minutes now. There we'll set our time. I think I'm going to change up my Pomodoro cat real quick. Let's see. I want a brighter background. We're going to go with a pink background. And we'll go with a... Oh, if y'all were here earlier, there we go. We are getting a cat at Thanksgiving. Listen, I mean, we're going to continue with our offense, but I'm just saying, a good offense is also a good defense. And so I think sabotage is a good idea here. Anyway, I do think we're getting a cat. Wesley, my mother-in-law, has an indoor cat who mysteriously got pregnant. Hopefully, they're going to be rectifying the situation. I shouldn't say mysteriously. They have 1 billion cats at their house. So that's why. I said mysteriously because they tried to act like, what? How did this happen? We're like, what? I feel like you know by now how this happened. So anyway, they are Django with a D. That's funny. So technically Wesley is getting the cat. And so he is going to take it with him when he leaves. And we do have, I don't have new pictures. I have like mom is nursing them all the day they were born pictures. So you can't distinguish anything between the cats at that point. So I will get them to send some more pictures, and then I can show y'all pictures of the cats. I don't know which one Wesley's going to pick. I do know that they want to keep one of them. My father-in-law is, listen, you can't show him a cat that he's not like, oh, let's keep it. Let's keep this cat. So that's why they have so many cats. I'm like, just please stop trying to keep cats. Anyway, I'll text him and ask him for a picture, and then I should be able to put it on my iCloud and pop it up for y'all, but we'll do that on the next sprint. So I'm going to take Wesley out. Don't tell him I said that. I'm going to take Django out and then try to get cat pictures and then get back to doing the same thing that I'm working on all day today, probably. The mom is like a black and gray stripes, whatever that is. Django loves cats. Yes. Right. We're going to offer to pay to get the cats fixed. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I knocked over my water bottle. Trying to figure out where I'm going to keep this camera and where I'm going to have the microphone, and all of it is nonsense. Okay, I have pictures of kittens. Seriously, where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so my mother-in-law first of all, Jean, how is the series challenge going? Do you mean the 50 before 50 challenge? Or a different series challenge? The 50 before 50 is going great. I just spent 24 hours reading nothing but graphic novels, and they weren't all for 50 before 50, but I made a good dent in my 50 before 50 ones. Anyway, this was taken the day they were born, and they're exactly a week old today. So the week old pictures will be coming, but you can see the mom in this picture better. Let me get the cat and me off of the screen really quickly. Okay. So this is the mom, this black and gray. Is that a tabby? Who asked me? Avastu? I hope that that's what you meant by this is a tabby. Look, they've clearly shredded up some chicken, or maybe that's pieces of fish, and given it to the mom. But anyway, that's the mom. Then this picture is my favorite. This is from last night. They redid their bedding, so they were piling them up to change out their bedding. And this is where they ended up. Is this the same picture? No, this one is different. Okay, so I can't tell. There's one that they're calling Bear that my father-in-law wants. And apparently it has a black body and a brown face. So I think Wesley is going to go for this lightest one right here, because that is the one that he was looking at before. But this one right here is mostly dark with some light spots. So I don't know what he's actually going to go for. But y'all, look at this baby's face down here at the bottom. This little baby's head down here. That's so funny. So I was counting them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a butt. So that's 5. There's a head, 6. And that's number 7. They said there were 7 kittens. So that's the body of this one. This one is all on top. But this little guy at the bottom is literally just his face sticking out. That's so funny. Anyway, so they're going to change their beddings again tomorrow. And they're going to take individual pictures of them tomorrow, like trying to get them a little bit more separated as they're moving them around and changing the bedding. And at that point, maybe Wesley can decide, but he has a little while. They're not ready to wean, of course. And once they are ready, they're going to keep one, we're going to get one, and then they're going to give the rest of them away. So anyway, 7 kittens. They were expecting, she said, we thought we would have maybe 2 or 3. They got 7. So anyway, that's my favorite picture again. So let's put me and the Pomodoro cat back up here. But that is what is going to be happening in November at our house. Listen, I'm still not going to say 100% this is what we're doing, because it is up to Wesley. It's his cat. He's going to have to take care of the cat. His birthday is on Black Friday this year. So I think what we'll do is we will buy him things for the cat for his birthday, if that's what he wants, like a litter box and maybe a cat tree or something. And we'll see. But his new job is not the thing. He was supposed to work 4 days this week, Monday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And he worked Monday, and he's at work now. And they texted him Tuesday night and said, don't come in to work tomorrow for Wednesday. Then Wednesday night, he did not get a text. Thursday morning, he did not get a text. I drove him to work, and he walked in, and the guy was like, nope, no work today, because they had taken him off the app. They have a schedule on the app, and they took it off the app, but they didn't text him, even though the day before they texted him. And I was like, make up your mind how you're going to communicate with your employees, please. Also, and if he's an employee and he only gets to work 2 days a week, take down the sign at the front of your shop that says now hiring, because you do not need to be hiring. If you don't even have enough hours for an employee. You don't need to be hiring somebody else. That is my opinion. Anyway, so he's got to look for another job somewhere because no, he can't live off $100 a week from the job. Okay. I'm still working on the same thing I've been working on. I didn't read at all during that one, although I do think I'm going to turn it on. My mother-in-law has the same birthday as Wesley. They share a birthday. So both of their birthdays are on Good Friday this year when we will be home visiting. So they're very excited about him taking one of the cats home with him. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. He is done with school. He graduated in May. Okay, I have 18 and a 2, so we have 20. And then I have a 2 and a 3, which is 25, and a 5, which is 30. He is not going to be taking any college classes right now, and he is done with high school. So, nope, he's not doing anything. He just needs a job. And he found one finally. I mean, he probably applied to 8 places and was completely ghosted by every place except for 2. 2 dentist office messaged him back and said, we've already hired somebody for this position. And Trader Joe's messaged him and said, we will be in contact with you in the next 2 weeks. And exactly 2 weeks later, they got back with him and said, we have filled this position. Otherwise, Burlington is the only place that called him back and said, let's do an interview. You got the job. And so, I mean, if nothing else, it's experience for him that he can put on the resume as a second place that he's worked. But it's not, I don't know. The job is okay. He doesn't mind the job. It's literally the day of communication. Oh, he was not supposed to work today as of yesterday. And then last night at like 10 o'clock at night, he checked the app and he was on the schedule for today. So at 7 p.m. he was not on the schedule. And so he's frustrated because he's like, I can't plan anything because they're telling me so close to when I have to go to work or don't have to go to work that it's happening or not happening, that he's like, I can't even make any plans. So that's true. Anyway, enough complaining about Wesley and his job situation. Well, that'll be nice. I don't know where a Kroger would even be near us. We have a Safeway that's close to us. That's the closest grocery store. And especially since I'm still having to drive him to and from work, I do not want him to be too far away. So, I know. So I told him, because he was like, I'm going to message the manager. I said, you message your direct reporting guy, the one you report to, and you just ask him, is it possible for me to get a text message about whether or not I'm coming in instead of checking the app? If that's not possible, then can we get a deadline on you don't have to check the app after this period of time? Like, just tell them that. Your old job worked with Georgia and they made them do overtime. Right? You'd be like, nope, I'm out. We're not doing that. Well, a lot of people who were able to work from home, government employees who used to be able to work from home and then they had to go into the office. One of my friends was in that situation where she was working from home and she had to go into the office, and she said, that's fine. Y'all make me go into the office. I am only working for the exact number of hours that I am supposed to work, and I will leave when I'm supposed to leave, and you will not message me outside of work. She said, I worked so much more when I was at home, and now that they're forcing me to come in, I'm not working as much. I was like, okay, like, you do you. She's only getting paid for working, so work what you're getting paid to work. You got a message from your bookstore. They got the Enchanted Greenhouse. Yay, Aviste. That's awesome. Eggs required. Go back home, homeschool and read. Listen, I so badly this year wanted to make a homeschool curriculum. This is the first time that everybody was going back to school and I was not making a curriculum since 2008. Since 2008, this is the first year that I have not sat down to try to do a school curriculum for somebody who was homeschooling. And I was like, I was, it felt weird. I was like, I want to do somebody's school schedule. Like, I want to plan out somebody's curriculum. I'm ready to go. Wesley said, well, it's not going to be mine. He was over it, which I was over it last year by the time we did it. But then everybody was getting back to school. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's on your Aurelium list, so it's kind of good that it didn't arrive sooner or you would have already read it. I really liked it. I don't know that I liked it as much as the first one. Well, maybe so. It was just different, but I really liked it a lot. During lockdown, they passed a bill where employees cannot contact you outside your work schedule unless you ask them to or okay it with them first. I mean, we don't know what personal space or personal time is down here. All right, we're going to go 30 minutes. I'm going to continue with this nonsense that I'm working on. I don't know. I know, right? I could plan my own curriculum, Robbie, but I'm not good at following through if it's for me. I can do it for other people and make them follow through, but if it's for me, it goes, it goes to the sadness part of me that feels like I don't deserve things. We're working on it. Anyway, my microphone keeps falling. I noticed that the sound was dropping, and it's because where it receives sound is right here, and it had fallen down here at the bottom. So anyway. Yes, Rachel, that is a great idea. I will definitely do that. Or tell him to do that. Okay. I'm going to go have a fight with this microphone, and I'll see y'all back here in 30 minutes. Oh, yes. It's called How to Read, Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. That's how I taught everybody to read. All 3 of mine and 2 foster kids and 2 kids that came to my house for preschool. Teach your child to read. Yep, in 100 Easy Lessons. That's what it's called. So good and perfect. And I used it for so many kids. I told so many people about it. There you go. That's my recommendation. Box Boy? Oh, I like that, Eva Stu. Yeah, Safeway, okay. We can discuss Wesley's job issues later, but he doesn't want to work where he has to deal one-on-one with customers a lot. Like, he wants a job. I don't know what he wants a job like. I don't know in his brain what job he thinks he can do with no experience and no education outside of high school diploma, like what he thinks he can do. So I don't know. He might be being unrealistic with his expectations, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Okay, let's go. 30 minutes. See y'all back here then. of the kittens from Mimi. You want to look? And then you come look? Okay. I've already seen them. I've already shown everybody on the street. Okay. Leslie's coming to look at the kittens. I have to turn.
Play the sitcom guest star woos.
Right.
You should put you should get a soundboard. Put that on there.
Okay, so this is the original picture.
When they were just born.
Yeah, last week. Let me put it over here so they can at least see what we're looking at. And let me get the cat and us off the screen. Okay, so you can see the mom has the striped fur.
Yeah, you can use the mouse thing instead of your finger and they'll be able to tell what
you're. Oh my gosh, hush. They've already seen it. I've already told them about it.
I'm trying to be helpful.
You're right. Okay, this is my favorite.
The one whose face is looking or the one in the middle?
No, this whole picture is my favorite. The one that Bilbo wants is not this light one. So if you want the light one, it's yours. The one he wants is black with a brown face, and they've called it Bear. They're naming it Bear.
It's not a bear.
So you have that picture and then this picture. Whoop, and then this picture.
I don't know why I thought it would be easy to choose from kittens. I feel like once they're maybe 3 months old, that might 3 weeks old.
Well, they're going to change the bedding tomorrow, and Mimi said they would take individual pictures of them. Okay. So, because there's 7 cats right there, but you can't. Let me get him behind me. Get out of my soup, Django. Dang, trying to get my soup. In the other picture, not this one. In this picture, this is a little cat face back here, buried under everybody. Look at his little face.
Is your mic supposed to still be on? Is this a break?
It is on. There it is.
I know. It's supposed to.
It is. I'm talking to you and everybody.
All right.
Good morning, Andy. That's why I put it over here so they could see what we were talking about. They already know that you're potentially picking a cat. So
every day it's less and less potentially, I'll be honest.
And more certain?
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I want one after looking at how cute they look right here. Okay. I was going to say, just stop it because I do not need a cat. That's my responsibility anyway. Okay. You go change. We're going to do one more sprint and then maybe I'm taking Wesley to see a movie at the mall. Maybe I'm just continuing with what I'm doing right now. I don't know what we're going to do, but. Oh, Book Outlet has the Pretty Sword Heart. Listen. What did you read already by T. Kingfisher? What Moves the Dead? If you made it through What Moves the Dead and you were not like, this is awful, you're going to like Sword Heart. I mean, do you read? You read romantasy, right? That's what it is. It's so good. Right. Okay, but I'm saying if you made it through What Moves the Dead, then yes, you will like it. You will like it. It's not like What Moves the Dead. Oh, okay. So I got a 19. It was literally on a 1 and bounced off of the computer, the keyboard, and landed on 19, which is nice. And a 2, which is 21, and a 5 and a 5, which is 31. So we're going to do one last sprint. Me too, Andy. One last sprint, 31 minutes. I made soup last night. This is like a homemade chicken noodle soup. I can't show y'all and I don't want to spill it everywhere. There we go. Anyway, it's just chicken and egg noodles and soup. That's what it is. And I really like it. So I went upstairs and heated that up to eat during this sprint and continue to work on the family tree. I am realizing the more that I work on this, the less I understand how I'm going to make a video about it. It seems to me like at this point, I don't know like how to make this into a video. Also, I think my father-in-law is sending me another picture. It says not the best pic, but its eyes are open. And I don't know what picture he's talking about because it didn't come through. Anyway, this recipe is called, it's not just chicken noodle soup. I don't remember what it's called. I call it chicken noodle soup. It literally might just be called chicken and pasta. but it's all in the crock pot. You just dump all the spices and the chicken in there. And then it says 30 minutes before you eat, put the noodles in there uncooked and they'll cook in the slow cooker. No, that was a gummy, disgusting mess. So I cook the noodles on the stovetop about 10 or 15 minutes before I want to eat. And then I dump them in the crock pot and let it all mix together and then eat it. And that's what we had last night, and it was so good. Oh, here we go. Mimi. Yeah, no, that's not a good picture. You can't even see anything but the top of a head. Listen, what do we expect? We got some 70-year-olds taking pictures, so I don't know what we're expecting. So, yeah, the noodles, I cannot do the noodles in the crock pot. He said, I think that's Bear. He doesn't even know which cat he wants. So we got to let Bill decide, and then we can look at what's next, what's left. Okay, 31 minutes. Let's do something fun for this last one. I did finish Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. Thought it was so well done. As anytime I've ever read one of his books, I really enjoy it a lot. This one, he was talking about a few things that had to do with spontaneous judgments that you make about things. And so anyway, it was just really good. All 7 will be responding to Bear soon, right? So he's like, I think that's Bear. I don't know. We'll find out. He thinks his face looks like a bear, like a brown bear's face. So nice, Sue. We're both having noodles. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Andy. Like, I mean, also at least lighting, like at least touch the thing on your screen so that your camera knows what you're trying to take a picture of, and it'll automatically lighten it up if you're trying to take a picture of a dark cat. But like his background was all lit, and so the cat's head just looks like a black ball on this thing. No, I'm not even downloading that onto my thing. I think that's Bear. That's so funny. Okay, that's it. I'll see y'all in 31 minutes. Let's go. Okay, wow. I didn't know we were that close to being done. Y'all, I have 4 notebook pages of names and birth dates, and I don't think I'm even close to being done. I don't know. Anyway, bye, culinary. I hope that you have a good day at your meetings. Oh my gosh. And I just hit all the buttons and hit all the cords. I need to be able to manage this cord situation better. And it's supposed to go like up along the top of this arm, but I don't have it. I can't do it that way yet. It's only complicated because I have my family lines split up into colors. And you can see over to the side, if they're part of the purple family, they're purple or yellow or green or blue or red. Those are the colors. And the purple family is the largest because it's everybody in our main household that is not our heir. So it's the largest because they always have the most kids. And I do this thing every season in The Sims. So in the spring, summer, fall, winter, I do a celebration of one of the colors for the 4 colors because we play with the green color all the time because that's our main house. So this is supposed to be celebrating the purple family. Well, it was super easy to celebrate the red family because there were only 4 people, maybe 5, who were still alive in the red family the last time I did this. Well, in our purple family, we have hundreds, not hundreds, probably, but I'm not just talking about the ones that are alive. I'm actually trying to go back and say where they came from down the family tree line to show who is who and where they all came from. And I just don't know that people care about it enough for me to put this kind of work into it. This is all I have been doing. We have been streaming for just over 3 hours. And other than going to get my food and letting Django out for just a minute, this is all I've been doing. And I'm not even sure that I'm halfway. Plus, how boring is it going to be if I'm like, okay, Michael Miller had Maleficent Miller, and she married this guy, and then they had Isaac, and Isaac married this woman, and they had Royce, and Royce married Lillian, and they had Royce, and Royce married Angela, and they had Dale and Angela. Even if I pop up people's names their faces while I'm saying who they are, that is still going to be so incredibly boring reading out a genealogy of people. So I need to come up with a better way to do this after I've spent 3 hours working on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this book with me. I am taking Wesley to the movie. He did get his ticket, and he's going to go watch something dumb that I don't want to see. It's a Conjuring something. So I usually just hang out at the mall while he's doing it. There's a big Barnes & Noble in there. So I think I'm going to take this notebook and I'm going to go sit in there and kind of come up with an idea of how I can talk about the purple family / celebrate the purple family without making it so incredibly boring or, wasting 3 more hours of work on something that is not going to be good. So there we are. That's how my day is going so far. I do need to film whatever this thing is that I'm going to do. Hi, Marie. You got here just in time for us to go. I'm sorry. And I use a Canva board to track all the books that I'm reading, as y'all know. And so someone has requested a how to use Canva / like a beginner's video, and then how to use it to track your books, some ways to use it. So I have a couple of ideas for that already, but I want to prep more of that. So I'm going to do that while I'm sitting at the mall waiting on Wesley to see a movie. And I think that's all. So if I can get those 2 things done, the Canva video prepped, because I think I'm going to film the Canva video on Monday. I can't even say it. But if I can get that prepped and decided what I'm going to do, and then tomorrow I'm going to see Stephen Graham Jones. Ooh, I'm so excited. I need to go double check the website and make sure he's coming and nothing happened, because I'm going to be real sad if I plan my whole day around getting his autograph and then I'm not even there. Also, Laura is not watching this, but Laura's going with me. And if y'all couldn't tell from the video where Laura was with me when we were book shopping, Laura is the extroverted side of my personality, and she's never met a stranger that she didn't want to talk to. And I've already pre-warned her, like, please don't be embarrassing to me in front of Stephen Graham Jones. I said, I need you to not say things like, she's your biggest fan. Like, I need you to not do that. Okay. I need you to be chill and calm while I'm up there getting his autograph, because I'm already going to be feeling some kind of way about it anyway, and I can't have her acting a fool. So I prepped her for that last night. Anyway, Laura and I are going to film ourselves tomorrow. I think we're going to end up driving part of the way and then metroing in to DC, and we'll be in DC for most of the day tomorrow filming it. And then we will, maybe if I put her in charge of the camera, and so she will be videoing me getting the autograph from Stephen Graham Jones, maybe she'll be focused on the camera and what's working with the camera and too busy to say things. Anyway, we're also just going to walk around and do some book shopping. We're both bringing empty backpacks with us so that we can put some books in it. I'm not planning on getting a lot. If they have any Stephen Graham Jones that I don't already have, I might get that. Although I did just get another Stephen Graham Jones. I ordered it from Book Outlet yesterday. One of them that I didn't have. I've read, but I don't have. And now The Only Good Indians. I've read it, but I don't have a copy of it. So I ordered that yesterday. So I'll take a picture of the T. Kingfisher books that I own and the Stephen Graham Jones books that I own. T. Kingfisher won't be there, but I'm thinking there might be booksellers there in general. So that's really what I'm planning on doing. We'll see what I come back with. I'm taking a small backpack, so I can't get 1 million books. That's one of my goals, is to not buy a bunch of books. But anyway, I'm also taking Buffalo Hunter and I Was a Teenage Slasher, and I'm going to get him to autograph both of those. So I might have to wait in line with one, and Laura might have to wait in line with one, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm going to film it tomorrow, which means I need to get as much stuff done today as possible, because I'm not going to be working tomorrow. Okay, that's all though. Thanks for hanging out with me. And Jane, you can post over in Discord, or you can send me a DM over there if you have a specific Canva question that you want to make sure I cover. Otherwise, you can watch the video and then tell me what I missed or what else you want to know about it. Because I'm going to be, like I said, at the mall, kind of brainstorming the tips and the things that I want to talk about at that thing. Oh, Leanne. No, I could not live with him. I'd have to be like, I'm not going anywhere with you. I had to stop telling Laura, tell her to stop telling people that I'm a professional reader. That's what she would say. She's a professional reader. Well, then they look at me like some guy thought I was an audiobook narrator. I was like, you could just not tell them anything about me. That would be wonderful. Anyway, the two of us are hilarious. You got 70% of the way through. Okay. Thank you, Jane. Your audiobook is Holmes is Missing. Nice. Well, I just finished my audio, the one I was listening to. Well, really the only book I was still reading. So I'm about to film my next roll over here with this thing. So let me get this opened up over here. And then as soon as I am done with y'all, that's what I'm going to do. You're going to read Circe. Nice. Okay. Well, I hope y'all have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with me. And, I don't know when this video is coming out, the one that's got this board in it that I'm reading, but it'll get there eventually. I'll probably read 2 more books. I usually try to read 5 books per episode that comes out, but we'll see. I might get to go to Self-Care Lake, which I'm pretty excited about as well. We're going to find out in just a minute. Thank you, Avastu. You have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching and hanging out. Bye.